Hey, everybody out there in the world. Decided to make a guitar content related video. Haven't really posted anything for the past 10 years or so. Not anything good, at least. So got everything hooked up, and we're just going to jam out with a couple riffs. And I basically wanted to showcase this TC Electronic dual rec clone pedal. So if you've ever played a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier or a triple rectifier, this thing sounds pretty dang close, and it's super cheap in comparison. Like, look at the prices of those bad boys, and you'll definitely want to get this pedal. I used to have a dual rectifier half stack, and it sounded great, but it was super loud, super expensive, and super heavy if you wanted to haul it anywhere. So in comparison, this cheap little pedal board setup and a couple rack things, so much easier. And especially for like digital recording now, getting your stuff out there, this is a cheap, easy setup. The other thing that I'm using is, again, a little cheap, it's called the Line 2 USB interface from Behringer. And then I hooked that to a camera connection kit with a lightning cable to my iPhone, and we're just recording straight through the camera app with the video. When you plug it all in, it uses that source as the input. So again, another cheap little tool that sounds pretty good for the price. Yeah, you get a little bit of like hiss, a little bit, but for the price and the flexibility that it affords, like, it's a no-brainer. So I'm going to try to fire everything up. The dual rec pedal, it has a clean channel, the green, and it also has the heavy, the metal channel, the red, and a built-in boost. Plus it has some different options, so you can make it sound like the diode mode, which was my favorite mode. So we're going to do the red channel with the diode, and then just to showcase how it works with pedals, I even have the input boosted with a Boss SD1 overdrive pedal. And then after that, instead of using the built-in boost, I'm using this cheap Behringer overdrive pedal, which is pretty much a clone of the Maxon overdrive. Sounds good. I run that into the cheaper Behringer noise reducer. Used to have an ISP, and this isn't quite that level, but it gives you a little bit of noise reduction. And then for some effects, we're running into an older Lexicon MX200 rack unit, and I have some pitch shift kind of just blended in, and then there's a little bit of digital delay. And then right before it goes into the interface, it goes into this Behringer Xenix 802 mixer that I've had for 10 years. Like, everybody used to knock Behringer. There's nothing wrong with it. It lasts forever. Rock solid. I mean, I haven't tested throwing around these pedals. They're just plastic, but I wouldn't be surprised if they'd survive anything. Like, super good. I recommend Behringer, not just because it's cheap. It holds up. It sounds good. So 2 thumbs up for Behringer, 3 thumbs up for TC Electronic with this dual rec clone pedal. It's amazing. So let's get into some riffs. Almost forgot the delay. So just even with that first little riff there, I hope you can hear what that sounds like. Like, we're not running a multi-$1,000 setup here. We don't have to worry about volume levels. This is what I would consider a bedroom level. It's not like waking up the neighbors or upsetting anybody. It doesn't use a ton of power, or you don't have to replace tubes. Like, you don't have to worry about all that kind of junk. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, a real amp will sound amazing. Like, plug in a dual rectifier into a Mesa cab, have all your pedals hooked up, and jam out on that with some loud volume. Nothing sounds better than it. Like, the real thing, obviously, it's always better. But, I mean, this is a pretty good setup. Like, if you're looking to try to replicate the dual rectifier tone and you're on a budget, this is the way to go, 100%. Let me try to play some other riffs for you. Just in case you're wondering, the guitar I'm using, I built a little Frankenstrat clone with a Mexican Strat body, and then I got a neck custom made for it. Kind of matches the bird's eye maple. Got it all set up EVH style. Have the EVH humbucker in the back, so it's got a little bit of a hot output, and there's no tone. It's just straight to the volume knob. So that's what I'm playing through. But again, nothing crazy, like all stuff you can do at home on a budget.